back to another episode of Rap Reviews where we talk about rap.
I thought you were going to sing the intro there.
My baby don't, man. Is that what you think I was going to sing?
No, I thought you were going to come up with something like, I thought you were going to wax lyrical, do a bit of ad lib.
Oh, no. I didn't prepare for that.
Next time.
We can tell.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Well, it's Rap Reviews, and I've got two friends, Ben
Hello.
and Kieran,
Hello.
and my name is Ray.
It is.
It is. We are doing someone that I never thought we'd be doing in the first maybe 500 episodes of this show, but apparently it's
500 episodes.
No, I hate to cut you off, actually, before you introduce the artist. Just remind me when you said your name is Ray. I want to address something last week on the episode.
What was that?
Where we said Ray Romano last week, and then we got to talking about Robert, the brother in the show.
Oh, did he actually kill himself?
Someone told me some information a few days earlier that the man had thrown himself in front of a train and died. Not the case. He's very well alive and healthy and probably happy. I want to take that back. I want to put that back out there into the ether.
Shout outs to you, Bob.
Yeah, shout outs to
Actually, while we're on corrections of last week, Enzo Ferrari was a driver.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he also was kind of like helped with the moto sports and all that shit. And Whoopi Goldberg was in The Little Rascals, but she played the little black girl's mum and wasn't actually the little black.
Whoa.
So that was my confusion. I just thought we'd get those out while we're on the subject.
God, look at us as a professional fucking podcast doing corrections from last week.
We should do that.
Fact-checking ourselves.
We should do that every time.
I've got another one too from about 3 weeks ago. I think we're referencing something to do with Muhammad Ali, perhaps, and where he got his ideas from. And I did say the classy Freddie Blassie, which I just feel ridiculous about being a wrestling fan. I was meant to say Gorgeous George. That's for the wrestling fans out there. There's a little one.
That's for the real.
That one was for me because it's been hurting me for weeks.
I'm not angry with you, Ben. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, no.
Is there any other corrections we should get over while we're
Oh, there's
here?
probably fucking heaps, but I can't remember any of them.
I think I said-
say shit, put it out there, and hope it sticks.
Yeah.
I think I said pig boy when I was talking about serial killers a while ago. I meant Robert Hansen.
Not Picton.
Not Picton. Yeah,
okay.
I got my Roberts. Both horrific serial killers, but I got them
Yeah.
mixed up. Both authors from cold countries, Canada, Alaska.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, if anyone's just tuning into this podcast, in order to understand these corrections, we'd suggest you go back and listen to all the mistakes we've made in previous episodes.
Yeah, and if you find any other things that we say that are factually incorrect, just let us know. Just hit us
Or
up.
keep your mouth shut, either way.
Yeah, or shut your fucking cunt mouth.
Who are we doing today, gentlemen?
Doing Playboi Carti, much to Romano's surprise, maybe disgust.
Oh, why not? We've done other shitty rappers.
Look, we've referred to Playboi Carti in a number of episodes now. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's kind of seen by the Rap Reviews panel as a typical example
We're a
of a
panel
mumble
now.
rapper. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a
There's
table
three
in
of
front of us.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also, trying to test the formula here to see if we put a Playboi Carti episode out, whether it becomes like way more popular than other episodes.
He is an extremely popular
Yeah, I
figure.
like it. You're going for that algorithm.
Yeah, toying with the algorithm, see if it gets us some new listeners, some new followers.
Just play with that algorithm.
Desperate times call for
finger
desperate
it.
measures.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we're desperate. Come on.
I mean, not desperate.
You know what?
but,
Someone said
we can
the other
always,
day-
we can always do
the other
with
day
more
for a
listeners.
grassroots podcast, I think we've done quite well. So,
I'm not sure what the metric of success is, but we can always be getting more listeners.
Oh, we could always, everyone could get more listeners except for maybe Joe Rogan. Who
He's
else?
got a lot. Yeah, he's your number one, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Playboi Carti other than the few people that he's dated, had children with, and the fact that he's just very popular and that a lot of people really love his albums, Die Lit and Everything Red. Is that what it's called?
Wouldn't have a clue.
Yep,
No
yep. He started as a SoundCloud rapper, uploading shit to SoundCloud back in the early 2010s.
Oh, like Triple X Station?
Yeah, so he's from that ilk.
That ilk?
Yeah, cut from the same internet era
Who
cloth.
else got famous on SoundCloud?
I don't know, with Juice WRLD and stuff there, or did they just catch on the back of Triple X? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think they were SoundCloud rappers. Weren't Migos on SoundCloud as well?
maybe Little Peep?
Lil Peep,
that's probably
definitely
a big one.
Lil Xan.
Little Xan. Well, isn't one of them dead? Little Xan?
Lil Peep is dead. Triple X is also dead.
Yeah.
And Juice WRLD is also dead
Oh,
Fuck.
oh
there you
yeah,
go.
he is.
in Australia.
Yeah, we killed him essentially
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we told the someone, I think the FBI told the officials, like a federal government. So when he landed in
He was
Australia,
holding
they knew he was
drugs.
holding, and then he tried to ingest a bunch of the drugs to save himself from being convicted and died in the process.
Oh, damn. That's kind of like reminiscent of Big Day Out. I think it was like 2003 or something, where there was that girl who was like walking in, saw all the sniffer dogs.
Oh, that was way later than 2003.
Was that like early 2010s?
Yeah.
I don't know. My maths and years are out, but that's a whole deeper conversation about the presence of police and drug sniffing dogs in places where.
Also, if you just got a shitload of drugs and you see some cops and you know you're going to get fucking busted, just take it. You don't just try to swallow all of it. It's just not good. It's not good.
No, you're probably going to die.
Yeah, it's just, you're going to have a miserable time. You're going to die.
So I don't know what's worse, spending a significant amount of time in prison or dying of a drug overdose.
Yeah, I don't know. But one thing about that Juice WRLD guy, he made that song with that kid Leroy. I fucking hate that kid.
You hate the kid?
I hate him.
Yeah, I don't like his music at all. It's not for me.
It sucks, and I don't know
I'm
why
stoked for the
everyone
guy who's
loves
Australian
it.
and he's out there doing his thing.
Shitty collabs with fucking 1-4.
They love it, bro. Teenagers love this shit. He's got the Justin Bieber song. It's huge.
And it's just, I think it's weird 1-4, this hell gang kind of fucking outfit. But then they have like the whitest dude in Australia. Like, like making music with like, oh, this kid.
Well, he's partly Aboriginal. That's the big hook they do over in America.
Is
that
he
he's
really?
an Indigenous
And
artist.
he was born
and that's what
raised
Kid
in the
Leroy
projects.
means. Like Leroy is like his
and that's not nothing against.
He grew
His
up,
girlfriend is
he
very
grew up in the
attractive,
project
She's got-
box, Ramon. I reckon he'd fuck you up.
Oh, I doubt it, bro. I'd fuck him up.
Nah, man.
I'd throw some vicious elbows.
You grew up in the nice leafy suburbs of Stirling, Dianella. Is that where you're from?
where Diagon Alley.
Diagon.
Hey, fuck you, bro. Like, fucking Doubleview used to be covered in housing blocks. Like, it was.
Yeah, but it's nowhere near the size of the Waterloo project blocks.
Oh, fuck. I work in Waterloo. It's not that. Actually, no, I guess it would have been worse. Like, and you do hear some tales of the old days where it sounds pretty gang.
I'd like to see you two.
I'd fight him, though. If we want to do like a
a
pseudo-celebrity fucking boxing match or something, I'll tee it up. I'll do it.
Kid
Bring back
Leroy,
celebrity
if you're
deathmatch.
listening,
I don't
there
think he's
you
going to
go.
respond to my
I
Instagram.
think you have to be a
got your
celebrity in order to face him.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think if I just send him like Instagram messages like, yo, dude, I want to fight you. My friend said you'd beat me, and I think that's bullshit. I don't think he's going to respond, but I'll try.
My money's on the kids.
He's going to bring a bunch of those 1-4 guys.
Yeah, the guy's extremely wealthy now. I feel like he's got that training money. You know what I mean? He's got someone behind him.
Yeah.
Dude's probably ripped at like 17. You know.
I could probably hit the pads of my dad, tighten up, get in there and get my ass kicked by Kid Leroy.
Anyway, we're not doing Kid Leroy. Maybe we'll do a Kid Leroy track in the future just to piss you off.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, mate.
I can see how fucking happy I'm going to be that day.
Anyway, so Playboi Carti, lyrically going through the song, I'm going to even give my BPM before I.
The rap reviews first.
It's fucking so like light on lyrics, but sonically this song sounds incredible.
Well, that is the
I
main,
love
like the
listening
hook
to it.
for Carti, isn't it? It's just like someone's playing it for me in a car the other day, and it was like I could understand why if you heard that and you were on a bunch of drugs, you'd be going like you just want to smash your head into a wall, like it's like in a good way. Let me out.
Like a bit of Ray James.
Yeah, I get it. Like I get it, and I get just like like even the cover for his first album, Die Lit, which is an amazing name for an album, I think, has him just like basically doing a front flip into the audience. And it's all in black and white. It works, but
It looks cool.
Little
Yeah.
tidbit on that.
So you're saying maybe a show where we analyze lyrics we shouldn't be doing here?
yeah, he's probably the antithesis to that. But like,
potentially, but anyway, we can.
Hey, we have done Gucci Gang though, so let's get into it.
exactly.
Yeah,
but
well.
that cover that you mentioned, Ben, that was staged and based off a photo from the punk era in New York from this magazine that was like a zine focused on like the punk scene in New York at that time. I forget
A
who's
zine based on the punk scene.
A zine based on the punk scene. I forget. I'm trying to have a quick look now as to who's.
so that was he's been inspired from that, is it? And he's recreated it.
Yeah, because there's all that talk around like the modern day rappers and how they're really like embracing a punk ethos. I'm not sure how much I buy into that, other than maybe they do like all their own production and like have shows where it feels like a very kind of punk performance. But
yeah,
But like also like a lot of the punk guys were poor and reveled in that, and like
Whereas-
they were very anti-establishment. They were like they weren't into materialism and stuff, and whereas rappers are
that's a good point.
complete fucking opposite.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they work into the ethos at all, other than maybe like
Well, yeah, and on that, Playboi Carti is well known to have an affinity towards fashion and high-end, expensive
Hence the name,
items of clothing.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know about that whole punk connection is fucking stupid to me. Go do your research on punk music.
Yeah, I guess it's maybe just like it's loud, it's yelling towards something, and it's a DIY thing from the ground up. I guess that'd be the only things you could draw to it.
Yeah, okay, fine.
And in small venues with people,
But anyway,
Great,
that
yeah.
album cover staged. They were playing some punk music during it to rev the crowd up.
Right.
Not his own.
Because his own
Not
didn't
not
do the
his
job.
own.
Well, to be fair, the album hadn't come out yet. So
Yeah. You could have just put on
Yeah,
something.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Come on.
I was trying to throw the guy some sort of bone.
All right, so I got 2 words of the week for you. Beans, defined by G Money on Urban Dictionary as any prescription drug with effects that range from a head changing to knocking someone out, sold in the street.
Whoa.
And slime, defined by Yoshi Yahoo, your dog, your ride or die, someone who's willing to do whatever for you. They want to see you succeed as much as you do them.
Slime.
Yeah,
Slime.
Is he part of the Young Slime outfit, like the label?
I would have no fucking clue.
Oh, we talked about the
Perfect.
other day with,
with
Young Thug and what have you.
Gunna.
I believe he is actually coming under investigation under it.
Oh, okay.
Someone told me that. So again, like the Robert thing,
Not sure.
go do your research on that.
Yeah,
Don't take
yeah,
my
yeah.
word for it.
And bean also can mean clitoris. Am I not right?
you can do.
Many, many means for it.
Yeah, you flick that bean.
There's canned beans. There's
Canned
bean
bean.
bags. There's Mr. Bean. You know, there's
Yeah,
there's a lot of
icon.
beans.
There's a lot of beans, but I just know it from being a little thing that you can play with.
In this regard, though, I don't think he's referring to his or somebody else's clitoris.
Oh, okay,
I don't think there's
he
much.
could have a clitoris.
I don't think there's much appetite for rappers these days to talk about having a mutually orgasmic time with their partner. There's not much in the way of, trying to up their partner's
That's
climactic
true. They don't.
experience.
They don't usually talk about.
Although on that new Kendrick Lamar album, it does have a line where it's like, "Do you really love me if you don't eat my ass?"
Yeah,
Which is a fair question, I think.
yeah. There was not a bad album.
Yeah, I need to go back and properly delve in, but I've listened to it like once or twice all the way through. And yeah, there's a lot
I
of-
like the argument one. That was my favorite.
Yeah, it's intense, that one, man. That's an experience.
Yeah, not like a fun track, but a good song.
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's a lot to take in.
Very toxic argument that they're having, but
Yeah.
I think probably the standout for me
Yeah. Probably one that punches you most for sure.
in terms of like concept and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not doing Kendrick.
Yeah, proceed. Playboi Carti.
Maybe we'll do a song next week that has a little bit more substance lyrically.
Yeah, we've really got talking about Kendrick on one end of the spectrum to
Yeah.
Playboi Carti on the other end. And yeah.
Run it up, yeah. Count it up, count. Yeah. What?
Is
Indigo?
this the song or is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
you just going
Indigo?
off? Is this-
Yeah. No, this is the intro.
What's the song called?
Lean for Real, featuring Skepta.
What for real?
Lean for Real.
Lean for real. Okay.
Lean being the concoction of cough syrup and Sprite.
Correct. Indigo referring to Indigo child Rick, who's the producer of the songs, or producer of this song. One of the few tracks off this album that's not produced by Pierre Bourne.
Is he French?
I don't think so. Maybe. But you hear it throughout this album where it's like, yo, Pierre.
Pierre Bourne, not Bourne Pierre.
I'm on in Beans for Real. I'm on the Lean for Real. And then that just continues that repeats itself about 8 times.
With a bunch of ad-libs going, yeah, what?
So beans being these drugs that we're talking about, lean being this other kind of drug we're talking about. So he's just saying he's fucked up.
Yeah, he's just doing heaps of drugs, which is so cool. Like, drugs are so cool. They make you popular. They give you friends. People want to sleep with you.
Yeah, regardless of what Harold's, the fucking whack-ass giraffe in a van might tell you.
And for people outside of Australia, we used to have I think Harold's still going.
I think like Harold has gone universal. I don't think
Really?
it's just exclusively
Surely you can't
Australian.
still cram a group of like 15 kids into a small dark van with a mechanical puppet talking to you. Like I don't think that's okay anymore.
No, I think they still do it.
You
But
reckon?
yeah, I think so. I used to love the rush of getting in that van.
It freaked me out.
Yeah.
I think I never got in it twice. And other times it was like someone in a suit talking to you or something.
Yeah. No, it's kind of fun getting in that van. It's like being in Questacon. There's lots of stuff you can touch and play with. Yeah.
A lot of sticky things on the carpet.
Nothing to do with drugs, and I don't think it stopped any of those children in the van to eventually trying out drugs.
If anything, pushed them more to it, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that PTSD being crammed in that dark, small
and also
space.
like a kid being told they can't do something. Of course they're going to go and do it.
Yeah, and I don't know why we chose a sentient giraffe as the guy to tell us not to do drugs. Like, they should just get like a doctor or like someone really successful.
I don't know. Do you think kids find like fucking animals that have long necks authoritative as opposed to docs? Maybe.
I think more authoritative. Like, you know, at least like they have an experience of a doctor being like, bend over, bitch, I'm going to shoot this fucking needle in your butt, you know? And you're like, all right.
As opposed to a
And
giraffe.
drawing fucking blood. And
as opposed to a
sticking
giraffe
like
who's never
metal
gone
shit
out
your
and
tongue and
acquired some
ass.
drugs.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd say doctor is more like, you know, get Dr. Mario out there. Get him for a job.
Who is that?
It's me. It's Mario.
The plumber.
You know, Dr. Mario. He's like his alternative.
What? Whoa!
No, I didn't realize
I
that
never
he'd
owned
gotten
Nintendo,
a
did I?
white collar
Sony kid.
background now.
Yeah, he's also...
Since when has he gone to uni? I thought he was just a pure hands-on man.
Dr. Mario has been around
trying
for
to fix
ages.
those,
He's
trying
really-
to fix those pipes.
Really live at both worlds there. He's doing the trade thing and then he's
Yeah, I
doing
did the night school, and now I am a doctor.
this.
Romano's allowed to do that voice because he's Italian.
It's me. I'm a wog. I'm allowed to do it.
Anyway, that bag loaded, yeah, got it all the time. Yeah, what? Nickelodeon, way I got that slime. So what's this bag loaded with, do you reckon? Is it drugs? Is it guns?
I'm saying
Is it
dildos.
money?
Just a bag full of dildos.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to need on those main streets.
No, and it's a pretty cute reference to Nickelodeon when you get slimed.
Yeah.
Yeah, something Nickelodeon are synonymous for. Just
Yeah.
fucking sliming the shit out of people if they do something wrong.
But they just slime them anyway.
Yeah, just for the fun of it.
Yeah,
for
I
the
think when you go on that, what is it, the Nickelodeon award show?
Yeah, Kids' Choice Awards.
Kids' Choice Awards, which is crazy that they're still doing that.
Yeah, it's a fun little thing they got going on.
Yeah, but you get slimed, right? No matter
You'll
what.
be getting slimed, yeah. Jack Harlow, don't ask me how I know this. I don't know how I came across this
I
video.
saw
I don't
that
know why I
video.
watched it.
You
but-
watched the video on Instagram.
Yeah, he tried to get out of the way and they slimed him. I've gone,
He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to be able to see it coming. And then they upshot slimed him, which...
You ain't that slick, dude.
Yeah, dude, you
Mr.
can't-
Harlow.
No one's escaping that slime, bitch.
No, come on, man.
They've been in the game for fucking 25 years. They know how to slime
They've been in the game longer than you've been alive, Jack Harlow. You're getting slimed, boy.
They got a crack team of experts. They know how to fucking
I
slime
reckon they would in this
dickhead
one.
rappers.
The Dreammode, yeah, tat show on my teams. Keep it tucked like a t-shirt. I need that 9. So Dreammode is a fashion brand started by the producer of the track, Indigo. 9 referring to a 9mm pencil. Fucking what more do you need to annotate there?
And he likes
He's
to
wearing
be-
his friend's brand and he's carrying a gun, all right?
He's talking about what people can see right now of him on stage. He's tats showing. He's got the
Which is
clothes
also
on.
as cool as drugs, tattoos, man. Just get them
This is so
showing.
cool,
Yeah,
dude.
this is
So
so
cool.
cool, dude. Fuck, bro. You got a tattoo? That's so cool.
Go out, spend your money on a sleeve.
Yeah, get a fucking slave.
It's such a lazy line, bro. To keep it tucked like a t-shirt. Really? That's the best simile you can come up with? Something else that's about clothing? I
Yeah.
guess it's it's on topic. It's
But he's saying he wants to, he doesn't want to brandish his gun. He wants to keep it
Concealed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's in there for safety and protection.
Yeah.
There's no need to flaunt that.
Yeah.
He's just stating that while he's
He's
ready
just
to
saying
flaunt these
that
things, he's
if
also
you-
responsible.
If you threaten him, he will shoot you in a mall like a baby.
Yeah. And Gucci Mane. I don't know if
And-
Gucci Mane shots. I think he just was fighting people in malls back in the day.
Classic.
Oh, fuck. Gucci Mane would have been a better rapper to do in that mumble.
Oh, you've made your
rap
selection.
belt.
We're on.
Yeah, here we
We're
go.
on.
I've made my bed. Might as well sleep in it. 2 9s in the coupe. Yeah. Pew, what? Yeah, send a B to school. B referring to bitch.
Send a bit.
B.
Thank you. What? So he's got 2 guns in his he lives in a fucking nest.
In a coupe. No, coupe referring to a car.
Oh, I thought he was talking about for where you put
Is
chickens.
he referring to guns here, or is he now referring to women? Like, is he rating these women 9 out of 10?
Oh, he's
Very
got 2
objective
like
way of-
9s. Like he's got 2.
He probably means both, honestly. Well, let's give him that. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt there
There
and
you
say
go.
he meant
Double
both.
entendre.
That's kind
No,
of
because
clever.
maybe he has 1 pistol, 1 a woman who you perceive to be rated as a 9.
That could be also, yeah.
Which you shouldn't rate women, guys. You shouldn't rate
No,
men. You
no.
shouldn't.
We're above objectification.
And if you're gonna do it, use a 100-point system, not a fucking 10.
Yeah, give a take in there.
Yeah,
You can have a
or do
0.5.
like us and use like a 500 BPM rating system.
Yeah, and also like don't just go based off their visuals. Go based on personality, wealth. That's
Or
about it.
just add, to me, they're a 9. You know?
Yeah.
Because it is in the eye of the beholder, you know.
That's true. Yeah, like beauty is very subjective, just like music. And
Yeah.
you know, some people like this shit, and I wouldn't fucking listen to it just based off what lyrics we're doing. But anyway, let's continue.
Continue on. Oh yeah, I fucked her by the pool. What? Oh yeah, diamond wetter than your boo. What? Oh yeah, all that money, take your loot. Oh what?
Okay.
So
he's fucking her by the pool, not in the pool, because that is awful sex. Generally.
yeah, by the pool.
No, because as Kanye says, it ain't Ralph, though. You giving me head in the pool. That ain't your mouth, though.
And
He's got a point. He's got a point.
You did this
I thought so. I was thinking that midway through. I'm like, I've spoken about this recently. It always comes back to it, man.
This Kanye quote too much.
No, I appreciate it, Ben.
But shit sex generally, you know.
I can't say I've ever had the pleasure.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
You've never had sex
I don't
like
think I've had sex
in the
pool.
waters.
No, not in water.
Oh, I've had it in a bath, and that was kind
that's
of,
close enough.
It was,
That's the same
it was kind
thing.
of hot for about 30 seconds, and then you're just sloshing around.
Yeah, you
There's
sloshing
water
around.
going everywhere, and
And you
the
can't
bath
really,
water.
like-
Bath water then gets filthy, and
Yeah, and you can't like feel it as much because it's just like so much water.
no, and it's like uncomfortable. Your knees are like sliding, and
Yeah, in a bath, not good.
Mm.
Shower, not bad. You know, because you can get a bit of air time. You know, you can get a bit of like, you know, still get a bit of traction. It's all about that traction.
Tis
What he says the diamond is wet.
so
Is that because it's icy? Is that what it is? Is that what the
So apparently, I didn't know this, but someone on Genius has annotated that diamonds are often referred to, or a common referral to diamonds and expensive gems, and the coat of that jewelry is water, and so the wetter a piece of jewelry is, I guess, the more like illustrious it is.
Okay.
I've never heard it. I don't really see it, but whatever. I guess like diamonds have that kind of real, like, you know, that beautiful, like oceanic blue
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, I think to know that what a real diamond is if it reflects blue light.
There you go. See, I don't know anything
know,
about
I
diamonds.
Yeah, I only learned that the other day. That's how you know if it's not cubic zirconium or whatever. Cubic.
Right.
Well, so if you put like pure white light through it, it should
Reflect blue. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like the difference between glass and crystal.
Another way of telling is when you're going through airport security and you put it through the X-ray should come up completely black because the X-ray is unable to get through and then back to show what's on the other side of it.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
Because of all the
Shit.
little fucking... What are they
So if you
called?
want to hide drugs, shouldn't you
Crystallized.
just like encase it in a diamond?
Yeah, but then that's going to alert the security
Oh,
to
because
pull out.
it's going to look fucking sus. It's like you got a little lead box in there.
Yeah, I know this because my mum bought some Waterford crystal.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's crystal, not...
Yeah, but same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, same refraction.
While she was in Ireland, and then as we were going through security, sure enough, these candle holders were completely blackened going through the X-ray, so they were pulled out. That's how you know it's legit.
Shit. There you go. Do they stick it up your butt as a little punishment?
No, not mine. Maybe my sister's. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I was young at the time, so
Oh,
it might have
okay.
been. It might have not been kosher to do it.
Why
to
why
me.
did you automatically think it was going up your butt? I thought I was assuming your mum.
I just
saying
thought
she
they
was
grabbed
gonna
one
pull
of the party, just stick some candles up their butt.
Yeah, it's
You'll
like,
do.
oh, you want
This
to
is all standard
You want
practice.
to take diamonds on the plane? You got to stick it up your ass, then, son. Yeah, we go back to the chorus. Someone in beans for real. I'm on the lean for real, etc., etc., etc. Then you go back to the post-chorus, which is the same. That bag loaded, yeah, got it all the time. Blah blah blah. And then we go to Skepta and Playboi Carti.
I'm really
Trust.
hoping Skepta brings something to this.
Yeah, it says M Playboi Carti, and I'm guessing it's just the bits in brackets, which is just yeah, grease, baba.
Oh, he loves a grease, doesn't he?
I do love the way he sounds on a track though. So like when he's featured on Tyler's on Earthquake, and he just like hardly even like pronounces the words properly. Like when he said "b" before instead of "bitch." The
Yeah.
whole thing is like It's kind of just like he's breathing over it, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually dig it. Don't know what he's talking about, but I don't care.
Got Benny's seal of approval.
Yeah.
Trust. Yeah. No, I can't dap you up. Super sus. Better get used to us. Had to go Super Saiyan.
Little reference to Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going crazy. He's going ham.
Which is like a more powered version. Every Saiyan, well, not every Saiyan. Saiyans like Goku and Vegeta and some of their children can go Super Saiyan, which is legendary power form.
Skepta was big at the time, but like Playboi Carti was still on the rise. So by Super Saiyan, I don't know, could be referring to Playboi Carti's ascension into higher ranks.
Famously, you know, Goku first goes Super Saiyan when he's in a bunch of trouble, and it saves him. I don't know.
It's like a fight or flight response.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it sounds like what he says, I can't dap you up. Does that mean like I'm not going to put you on? So like just because we're getting a bit of fame now, don't ask me to like bring you on with me. Like you got to earn it yourself.
Yeah, I think so. And that's
and he's like, you better get used to us.
That's something that's been running through Skepta's lyrics for a while.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, he doesn't like the idea of him helping you out unless he wants to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting the specific quote from his first album. Is Konnichiwa his first album?
It's like his fourth, but it was his most successful.
Okay, his first commercially successful album, Konnichiwa.
And still probably
where he's got, I forget the song, but he's talking about like somebody getting a selfie with him to upload to the gram.
that's mad.
He's like, yeah. And he's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not about that.
Don't ask me for a pic for the gram.
Yeah, my mum's not your mum's something or other. Man, I'm not your cousin or something. You don't know mum? Yeah, something or other. That's so much justice to that.
Yeah, stumble through that. Mum, cousin, something like that.
Yeah, something relatives.
I had to go bird's eye view. This is a computer game. Greece. GTA. Yeah. Early versions of GTA.
Oh, bird's eye view. That's very old school. Yeah, I think before 3, they were all bird's eye view.
I was going to say, I didn't know there was an option on that game. There you go.
Yeah.
Bit of an old
and
school
also,
game.
I think Grand Theft Auto 2 is set in London.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so the only time they used a real city was in GTA 2 London.
Taken it across the pond.
Yeah, and then they used fake cities from there on out.
But I mean, like, San Andreas was based off a bunch of real cities.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, Vice City is Miami, San Andreas is Los Angeles.
Well, Los Angeles, San
Liberty City
Francisco, Las Vegas.
is New York City. But they chose to, because it was starting to get more and more controversial, that they started to go for the more like, to kind of hone in that it is a form of like satire and it is a video game. It's not supposed to be like tied to real life. They started using fake names, I guess, or like
right. Even though they sound
very similar. Yeah. And they're like, I guess you forget because it's so popular all around the world, but they're like, Rockstar is a European gaming company. So they're far more critical, I guess, of like America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. So you're kind of just saying that they're now sort of above everyone because they're on top, so looking down on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good annotation.
I assume.
Look at us run the streets, yeah. N-words is fucking food. This is a fucking feast. So food might refer to weeds, or it might just refer to, these people that are below them as being like unworthy of.
Yeah, they just eat them up like Pac-Man.
That's
how I took
gobble gobble.
But like the apex predators.
Yeah.
Everyone below them is food.
Yeah, they're on top of the food chain, I guess.
Like sharks and humans. And what
Velociraptors.
Velociraptors. Velociraptors, were they? They were not apex, were they?
They probably were. I don't know.
I
Go on,
thought
fact check me, brah. Get it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like T-Rexes or something. I know they're little.
Velociraptors are pretty fucking terrifying.
Yeah, pretty scary in Jurassic Park. Probably the scariest part about the film. Really.
That's true. Yeah, the Velociraptors so
kitchen.
speedy.
I was thinking of falcons, not velociraptors, but sure.
Very different.
Yeah, modern day velociraptors.
Oh, eagles and falcons are definitely the apex of the sky.
Oh yeah.
Of the Avery variety.
Them with their 20/20 vision, able to pick somebody on the ground when they're floating, coasting high up in the sky.
Yeah, they got those little cameras in their eyes. Anyway, enough about that.
Amazing animals. Love them dearly. Man, I ain't throwing peas. I just throw up the V.
Okay.
So instead of giving the peace sign, anyway. Very, very.
That can't be it. Surely not.
I think that's it.
Instead of a piece, he's throwing up the forks. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Oh, it's Skepta right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Skep.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
no.
that's a very English thing.
Somebody on Urban Dictionary, not on Urban Dictionary, on Genius has equated this to maybe being a reference to Skepta's brand V-Loan. Oh, sorry, owned by a mutual friend of Skepta and Playboi Carti, Young Lords.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe a little double entendre.
Yep.
Maybe.
Not a great line. So far I'm quite disappointed with what Skepta's bringing here. I feel like he wrote this down in maybe 7 seconds.
Yeah, I feel like he's just trying to match the energy of Carti on the track. I haven't heard the track, but I'm certain.
Doesn't want to outdo him.
Yeah, I think it'd be weird if he came in with like a proper rap verse on a Carti track. Like, I don't know if anyone's done that. Maybe they have.
He's like, oh, okay, so this guy just says a bunch of fucking random lines and he's like,
Or like
all
one
right,
syllables. Yeah, I can do that.
this should be pretty easy for me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Drink spilling on my shoes, weed spilling on my seats, N-words is talking grease, please, grease.
What is grease?
Grease. I don't know. He says it all the time.
Grease is English slang for, I'm just looking it up now, conversation without substance. Someone who chats grease is someone to be avoided.
Okay.
All right. Just shit talking, really.
Yeah, or there's another definition here, a verb meaning to do someone dirty.
Okay. Maybe both play. He does seem to say it a lot in his songs.
But I mean, if you're talking grease, it means you're just talking pure and utter dribble.
Smack.
Talking smack with the boys,
So yeah, it seems pretty on brand for a Skepta verse, just talking about people that he's above and how he's not going to help people and how they're the best at what they do right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Essentially, to distill it down into a quick little summary, that's the track. nice quick
you
one.
can do that outro then.
Nice quick one. I'm gonna lean for real. Yeah, I'm gonna beans for real. He's got this like real like prepubescent boy voice that I think he kind of achieves with a bit of autotune.
Oh, fuck.
Pitchfork described this album as a sugar high, and it is such a fucking sugar high.
Yeah. I don't know if I have.
Pitchfork can also suck a fucking cock.
I don't know if I'd ever like in environments at this stage of my life where this album would service me well. I don't think in any like I'm usually driving pretty quietly by myself, or I'm like I'm not raging too much these days. I don't know when this album would ever
Yeah, I think
whenever I need that.
The older you get, unless you really want. But if you want to cut loose, I'd go to other songs. But, like if you want to like vibe out, get a little bit like crazy in terms of, I'd actually like referenced before, I'd go Rage Against the Machine over this.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But that's like, you can actually understand what's going on.
But also maybe we're getting older now where that's like, we would choose Rage Against the Machine.
I don't know.
over
This track has a
I'd choose actual real punk music,
This
like
track has a
fucking Circle
certain-
Jerkers, give me some of that fear,
I mean, yes, if you're looking to mosh and get some rage out, definitely wouldn't recommend this track over all the ones you've just mentioned. But I think there is still something beautiful about this track, that ethereal kind of production, the just nonsensical lyrics.
Yeah, I get why Carti's as big as he is, bro. I just love that shit, dude. Good on you, man. You've tapped into
But they're not listening to the lyric. They're not. They're
Well,
just,
he hasn't no
yeah,
lyrics to listen
exactly. Yeah, exactly. They're just listening to sounds while they try to finger fuck each other.
Yeah, essentially. I've been told he doesn't actually write. Obviously, you can tell he doesn't write anything. He just goes in on whatever drugs he's on, and then just just feels it, bro. And that's why it sounds cool when it's
And
on.
dude, that
but it
totally
just
makes
no
sense. As
Yeah.
to like his
Fuck, I could have been a fucking rapper this whole time.
I was looking through a bunch of his lyrics today, trying to find anything with like some level of like storytelling or narrative or something that would be fun to just like lock onto. I went through about at least 20 of his top songs on Genius and nothing spoke to me. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pick my favorite Carti song. and go from there.
No, that's just is what he is, bro. He knows it, and he nails it. He taps into it, and he's killing it, dude.
And I hope you're right. I hope some of this track doing it pulls in some of the younger kids.
Yeah, people love it, bro. He gets really good reviews from like everything that I see. So
they're clearly not considering the depth of his lyrics and what he's really trying to communicate.
No, not at all. All right, so I'll take it off with some BPMs. I'm going just off the lyrics.
yeah, we are a lyric
I would
show.
never think I'd say this, but I think it's worse than Gucci Gang.
Yeah, lyrically 100%.
I think I don't think we ever released that fucking 6ix9ine track, Tekashi 6ix9ine track, but it's worse than that. I think it's worse than Bobby Schmurder's, which is hard to say. So I'm going to say like it's fucked. I never thought I'd say these things. But yeah, I'd give it like a solid 50. I haven't listened to the track. Well, not that I remember. maybe the track itself is a fucking good time.
It is.
You made me feel like I want to listen to it. We always do it as a little thing at the end of an episode. Hope the listeners do the same. Give it a spin. But yeah, lyrically, like dog trash. Also, Skepta, like I get what you said before. Like I think he's just trying to match his energy and style. So you can excuse him a little bit on that. But yeah, even Skepta didn't really do anything. Like,
No.
Like Skepta's so much better than this.
And it's like at that point you're just getting Skepta on for like the name value, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
you're
there's
not
nothing-
using him for his talent, that he's what he
Totally.
does.
And then maybe
Like
that's
maybe the reference to old school GTA, but even still.
maybe
And I love Dragon Ball Z, but that's what earns it.
All rappers love Dragon Ball Z.
They do.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Dragon Ball Z is.
Oh, they're all like our age at this point, so like
Yeah.
and younger again. So
maybe
Yeah.
that just speaks to this generation's rappers, that it's all about image as opposed to actual, like, I'm cautious to use this, but substance. Like they seem very just like it is just a sugar high. There's no
Yeah.
meat and bones behind it.
And that's why I think it's disrespectful to the punk era of music.
just to say that it's to
because
compare
they
it,
were
yeah.
like they stood for something other than their own music as well. Like their whole being and how they position themselves on stage and how they performed and everything. Like that was like a direct response to basically society. Whereas these guys are like, they're almost like proponents of how materialistic and shit and image based and this world of like Instagram and Facebook and, you know, how we follow people like the fucking Kardashians and all this shit. Like they aid that and they support how fucking to the point where it's like, you know, when people talk about the Beatles, but like, you know, if you don't like the Beatles, man, I'm sorry, whoever you are listening, and if you don't like the Beatles, you can eat a big old bag of shit because they made 350 fucking songs and there's so much good shit in there, so much diversity within the lyrics, and they all individually stood up against time, you know, the things of the time. They were political, like they were responsible, and they were also famous. Whereas this guy, like, you know, no offense to him, but he's just a big fucking douchebag and he makes trash music.
I'm going to disagree with you on the
I'm
trash
gonna disagree
music front.
also, but
Yeah, that's
comparing
fine.
it to punk, yeah, I agree with this sentiment then, yeah.
Yeah, and I shouldn't have brought the Beatles into it, but the point is like, you know.
Once he
What about the Kinks?
starts, he can't be stopped.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I just worry about the kids when you just like,
Yeah, well, it seems like the majority of his demographic is like white, rich college kids who are probably mad at their parents not letting them use the summer house for the weekend, and they just go out and rage. That seems like 90% of his audience of that.
yeah,
So,
and like I want to give it a spin after this, and I'm sure if I was doing heaps of drugs, which I don't do too much drugs anymore, but if I was going to do a bunch of drugs, this would be a fun track to have. On.
yeah.
You know,
I think it could be used in.
it's kind of like with Migos, though. Like I don't really like it sober, but if I'm hammered drunk, like, you know,
Yeah, there's some Migos songs I think are really good, and there's other ones that I'm like, this is like the worst thing ever put to fucking record ever. But you know.
yeah. Anyway, 50. I'm standing by it.
Yeah, I'm also going to go 50 just because I haven't heard the track, and I feel like it's all about Sonic and like the Sonics in this sort of music. So lyrically, 50 just because, you know, Skepta had some cool stuff in there, and he referenced Nickelodeon. I was a big Nickelodeon kid.
I love him just grasping to straws. Of like,
Yeah,
I
and
remember that.
Yeah,
was
that cool
fun.
line about the 2 9s in the coupe. So you know, I'm giving that.
Yeah, I'm going to go 70 just because there's a few double entendres in there. There's some level of like...
Try to justify why you picked this track, aren't you?
Not my finest choice, but you know
I've
what?
enjoyed it. I think it's good.
Sometimes you just got to do the big tracks in rap to show
Yeah,
that, you
100%.
know, we do sometimes listen to newer.
Yeah.
We try to be a diverse podcast, even though we're an Australian podcast. We're not a single Aussie rap artist.
Yeah, which is a thing
which we
that-
should do that.
yeah,
soon.
We've done a New Zealand artist.
Yeah, we did. We really got to address that because someone was telling me the other day, listens to it, but they were like, "Yeah, you guys not done one Australian."
We just don't have as many Australian viewers as we have outside in other parts of the
And
world.
also,
No,
I
we
guess,
get
like,
some in Australia.
Oh, I'm saying we do, but like it's more prevalent elsewhere.
growing up in Australia and going through that period where Oz hip hop was just so maligned and it was just like such an embarrassment, like some of the stuff that was coming out. It's like,
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of, I don't know, I feel like we've maybe all got a jadedness towards the genre.
I don't.
that
I was a
others
very big
wouldn't.
Aussie hip hop.
Yeah, you
kid,
were.
bro.
Yeah. I know. I did used to love like Bliss and Esso and some draft and even like 360, which hurts me to say.
Oh yeah, no, I was never in a 360
Yeah,
listener.
like-
So draft though, I'm gonna get around draft every day. of the
But I think
week,
there is
bro.
some new age guys, like particularly in like the Aboriginal community, like JK47 and stuff. Like there is some really cool stuff out there.
Which we will tackle one day.
We should tackle,
Yeah, 100%.
but we're just lazy. And I think we should do the nosebleed section. Fucking give it to some Hilltop.
Yes, bro. I love that track.
You
Really
love it?
talk about it. It's a great album, dude. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Hilltop, last like 3 or 4 albums can get in the bin, brother.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yep. Anyway, I think that's enough.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.